What is up with the squad? It's your favorite Auntie with Uncle Tendencies. I'm in the building. RobDaManMedia, Mr. Shake My Hand. It's Hot Takes Monday. Rob, what's up?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Hey, man, it's a beautiful Monday, man. I just want to say, man, thank the Lord for us being here, man. That's my biggest takeaway from this weekend. It was an eventful weekend for me. But man, just thank the Lord, man, for just allowing us to be here to do this again. That's my biggest takeaway. That's my biggest takeaway from the weekend.
All right. Absolutely, man. Welcome in, sending positive energy, prayers, thoughts, well wishes to everybody as we get the week started. Coming in the door, man. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Y'all don't forget to hit the hype button. So, let's get into it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's get into it. So we had couple game fours from WNBA yesterday.
Yeah.
Rob, your takeaways.
Which one you want to start with first? Because matter of fact, instead of me asking, let's go with the Phoenix and Minnesota, and then we'll come to the Aces. So you know what I'm saying, I might get a little spice with the Aces. So let's just start with Phoenix, right? They knew what time it was. They came in and closed it out. When you looked at what was on the line, right, for Phoenix getting to the finals. For DeWanna Bonner, might be in her last opportunity to get to the finals. With AT realizing what's ahead of her career right now, and how many more seasons she's got to play, you can't take those for granted. You can't take those opportunities. But like I always told you, Minnesota showed up exactly who they are. And I try to warn y'all for the playoffs. No matter how y'all want to look at it, Reeves didn't play, Fee didn't play. Man, listen, it was going to go this way regardless of the fact if they played or didn't. Because last night shows you they didn't need Coach Reeves and they didn't need Fee. If you could take away anything from that game, they showed you up front, hey, we didn't really need Sharon Reeves and we really didn't need Fee. And we still made this a game. And I told you, they played better without Fee and they was going to get knocked out in the second round. Just what it is and who it is, right? Be mad at your moms. That's all I can tell you from that standpoint. But no, man, shout out to Phoenix. They came in, they did their job. The person that stepped up, that needed to show, was Satu, right? She was the most valuable player for that series. Now, AT was the engine that made everything go, that made everything ride. And when AT ramped up on defense, everybody else ramped up. But I'm proud of Phoenix on what they accomplished and everything that they got done in that game. There's some things that, once the Aces take care of business, that they can exploit against Phoenix. But overall, Minnesota, you got to look yourself in the mirror. What are you going to do this offseason? Because I truly believe that season, this season was this season. And this team is going to look a lot different going into next season. And I'm starting with Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams as the two people that's more likely going to end up being gone off this team. So that's my takeaway for that game. But when you get to this Vegas game, Indiana, we blew an opportunity last night. Now, I didn't watch the initial game because I had a lot going on. But when I watched the replay of that game, we missed a lot of opportunities. That's flat-out opportunities. Defensively, I would say it's the reason why we lost that game more than it was offensive-wise. We scored enough points to win that game. But defensively, we didn't do or execute anything defensively to go win that game. And so when you look at the defensive end of a lot of things of, ball watching, turning your back to the ball, not being in the right position, not understanding the assignment, not changing, not making any adjustments. That's really where the Aces lost this game at. Nothing more, nothing less. It just flat out came to them not making an adjustment, them not being on the string defensively, and them not being able to rebound collectively as a unit. There was no reason for the Aces to lose that game last night. And I know a lot of people like, oh, Aces dropped 31, da, 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 da. Cool. End of the day, we didn't get it done defensively. It don't matter how many points Aces can go drop. It don't matter. If you really look at it, right? If you look at what Jackie Young did and what Asia did, what Leah Bossy did and what Mitchell did, they canceled out each other. So it came down to the role players. That's what it came down to. Because they best two, the Asians best two, canceled out each other. So from that standpoint, what are we doing? Drew Lloyd, 0 points in the second half. That ain't gonna get it done. Dana Evans should have been playing. She didn't do anything that showed that she shouldn't have been playing. That was just a pure, flat out coaching decision to not play her. Now listen, I get it. You got some ticky-tack fouls, and they gave some ticky-tack fouls to Meg, but y'all got to do y'all work early. Y'all can't just allow people to post up and then play behind and then think that y'all going to make an impact. It just doesn't work that way. You either need the front Boston, you need the three-way quarters. Like, you have to do something defensively to change the coverage there, right? Now, granted, I don't want to hear nothing about the refs. I don't want to hear nothing. There was a lot of blown missed calls. There was a lot of ticky-tack calls that don't normally get called in the playoffs that got called. They gave them opportunities to get to the free throw line. But it's really on us for putting ourselves in that position. Because if we're on a string and we're doing what we're supposed to do and worrying about just us, none of that stuff happens. None of it. But also, here's my biggest takeaway from that game. I don't like Becky in the press conference. Not taking ownership. Right? And then you try to look crazy when somebody asks you about the rotation. Like, Becky, no, you effed that up. You effed that up. You had pieces on that bench that could have gave you some minutes. That could have switched things up. And you never went out and tried it in a closeout. You never went and tried it. So I don't want to hear this, trying to look crazy at people and try to side-eye people and do all this extra BS. Like, nah, man, F all that. Own it, take it, and switch something up. Last night, they got into a groove because y'all made everything simple. Y'all made everything easy. And y'all just flat out said, hey, we going to play everything straight up. We're not going to change it. And then you got too many people in no man's land. If you're going to double, then go double. If not, then just stay home and play it straight up. But hats out to Indiana, right? Hats out to Indiana. They sealed the deal. They went and did what they supposed to do. Now, game 5. What are we talking about?
All right, let's see what y'all talking about. So, okay, here we go. Okay, now I told y'all yesterday. Listen. I done watched a lot of names in the chat. I done read a lot of comments in the chat. I take my medicine how I take it, but I some stuff I really don't get in the chat. So I know who been Phoenix Mercury fans. So today, I'm not accepting no new Mercury fans. If you in here now with the Go Mercury, yay, Mercury, and that ain't what you been talking about, miss me with it. There's been very few Mercury fans in this chat. Don't start it now. You don't like that small ball rotation for a long period of time. Listen, I told y'all yesterday the issues that I had. My issues is that Becky moves the goalpost. Becky spent all season telling us Kia Stokes was playing because she defends and rebounds. When it's time for defense and rebounds, you don't put Kia Stokes in the game, make it make sense. I told you yesterday. Megan Gustafson, Gustafson. Not a knock on her. She is who she is. Her skill set is what it is. But it takes Meg, like I'm serious, y'all, 3/4 of the court to even get in gear. And gotta be able to switch gears faster, or she can't be on the floor. Just can't be on the floor. Not in those situations, not for a long period of time. It was ridiculous the way that we had Meg out there. CPT? Go ahead.
I disagree on the Megan part. Here's why. Right. I disagree from the standpoint of Megan gives us a different version of spacing allocations offensive wise. Defensive wise, we're actually solid when she's on the floor. But certain people, I don't like Drew Lloyd being in the game with Megan. That's what I don't like. So, because it makes it look, because Drew Lloyd's not doing anything, it doesn't help us. But I like seeing Megan on the floor with Asia. I think that's a situation that we can really capitalize on, that we get away from. So I want to say, now, granted, the long period of time was because Melissa's in foul trouble, so she played more minutes than what she should have. But I don't necessarily can't blame Meg for last night on the situation that we just did. That just Chelsea great.
No, I didn't blame Meg. What I said was Meg can't be on the floor. Period. That's fine. You can disagree. It takes Meg, like I said, 3/4 of the court to catch up and switch gears, or you can't be out there. Spacing the floor, it doesn't matter to me. If you space the floor to a 3, shoot that bitch, miss it. Not fast enough to get to the rebound, and then you're also not fast enough to sprint your ass from that corner that you was in down the floor to catch Aaliyah Boston to be able to defend her. So I don't care nothing about what you can do when you're out there if you can't keep up. So put her out there if you want to. Like I said, for me, it didn't work. It looked ugly. I'm not here for it. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. What you said didn't change my mind about how I feel about Meg on the floor. Especially when there was a Kia Stokes that you could have went with that does the same thing. At least she can defend and rebound. I didn't need for Meg to get out there and score. I needed defense and rebounding last night, and I wasn't gonna get that from Meg.
So I heard you say that about right. Meg, it took her too long to get back, right? Well, what I can also tell you that Asia's already down on that goddamn side of the floor, and she never picked up Aaliyah. So from that standpoint, right, whoever first man down gets the first beat. So to blame that on Meg, that's not on Meg's fault.
You keep on talking about blaming it on Meg. Like I said, my issue ain't with Meg, it's with Becky. Meg wasn't on the floor for me. That's my problem. I hear everything. I hear situation. I hear. I'm not disagreeing with the situation. I'm talking about her overall performance on the floor with the group that she was out there with versus the players that she was playing with. Yeah, you can give me some situations where Asia was back first and she didn't get it done. It doesn't change the fact that play after play, she is too slow-footed for that game, especially when you have Kia Stokes and Alyssa Smith sitting over there with fouls that she can't take to the next game. So no, for me, it's not Meg. That's just where I'm at with it.
I mean, yeah, just agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think Becky should have played Dana more. There was no reason that Dana shouldn't get on the floor. Yeah. And again, like I started saying when I originally started talking before we kind of got sidetracked into this, the next thing I was gonna say about Becky moving the goalpost was everything she said. She said, "Well, I got Jewel out there because I felt like we were doing better getting downhill. Getting downhill how? Jewel didn't get downhill but one time. Jewel took 8 shots, 7 of them were threes. She wasn't getting downhill. So it didn't make sense that Jewel was the one in the game. The only one that got downhill with left hand layups or right hand layups was goddamn Asia at a consistent rate. So there was no reason that Dana couldn't be on the floor. There was no reason for Alyssa to save her foul. I would have threw CPT out there.
So she said that they didn't get downhill enough. That's what she said. So I want to make sure we clarify that piece of it. Now, there is no reason for Drew Lloyd to be out there. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. This is just not her series. Like, you just go ahead and take off the floor. There's no reason for Dana not to be playing this series when Dana's the X factor to help you win this series. Because you need, at some point, you need that third person to step up. Right now, it ain't Chelsea Gray, and the third person that's been helping you win games is Dana. Put ass out there, and you just got to live with what the results are. I don't give a damn what you're talking about, how you want to slice and dice it. There's no reason why Dana ever should be playing 20-plus minutes in this series, and this series should have been over with before this shit even got started. That's just me personally. There's no way in hell I come into this series and say Dana's not playing 20 minutes. There's nothing that warranted Lloyd to play them amount of minutes. So I agree with you there. Definitely agree with you there for sure.
What's your other thoughts on the game?
Just overall accountability from. See, here's my thing with this whole game, right? In this situation, why does it shouldn't take Asia to come out and say the defense? Other people on defense got to own the shit that they did, because there are some things that Asia, she's gonna clean up. I'm not worried about Asia, but there are some things where, like, Chelsea Gray, Drew Lloyd, Jackie Young, even Alyssa at times, just not being where they're supposed to be at defensively, that's the main issue. And so for me, as much as Aaliyah Boston did what she did and whatever she got away with, whatever, right? Had we been in positions that we were supposed to be in, half of the shit that happened last night wouldn't have happened. I just want some accountability from everybody defensively, collectively, that we didn't do our jobs. And I'm good with everything else. Just own that. I just don't want to hear Asia be the only person to talk about the defense when Becky, you know good damn well that you effed up. Own it. Say, we going to be better. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't even understand that. You didn't even know how many timeouts you had.
Well,
yeah, there's a lot that took place.
So all right, so here's where the confusion was, right, on that piece. They challenged the goddamn play, not realizing they already gonna lose a timeout regardless of them challenging the play. That's where the confusion was. Now, is it the responsibility of the head coach to know how many timeouts? It's not. That's on the assistants. That's the second time this shit didn't happen this season in the same situation. Because assistant coach, this is how you know that last night everybody wasn't locked in mentally. They didn't understand the rules of the fucking game. But you know why they didn't understand the rules? Because we have a lot of NBA personnel on the fucking WNBA bench that doesn't know how the shit works. Because in the NBA, you don't lose that timeout. The W, you do. It's them not understanding the rules of how the shit works. So you took a second challenge. No matter what happens with that second challenge, win, lose, or draw, you still lose the time out. It doesn't matter if you win the challenge or you don't. You still lose the timeout. That's why Becky thought she had another timeout. But it's also communication, right? Because what should have happened was the ref should have told her when after she challenged it, like, hey, they're supposed to tell you after every timeout situation how many timeouts you got. They specifically supposed to come over to the bench. So the ref's supposed to know, hey, how many timeouts do you have? So if one says, hey, you got 2 timeouts, and the other ref says you got 1 timeout, you need to get clarification on how many timeouts do you actually have. So it's on all parties. It's on the assistant coaches. It's on the refs. Yep. But I also say this. That ref crew shouldn't even been reffing that fucking game because of the bullshit that just happened in Minnesota. They should have been took it off. And somebody else should have been came in.
What bullshit happened in the Minnesota game?
I'm talking about the bullshit from the Minnesota and Phoenix game. The way the shit.
What happened? What should have kept them from not reffing this game?
Like the totality of that game, the way they ref that game, they should have been penalized and not being able to ref the next game.
What did you see wrong? What did you see wrong in that game? That's been different. The refs have been the same all season. I'm so sick of hearing people talk about the refs. I'm sick of it. They've been the same the whole season. They swallow their whistle at the beginning of the game. They tighten it up at the end of the game, and then they insert themselves into the game to make themselves stars or make themselves relevant. It's been the same. Adjust or don't. I'm sick of hearing about the refs. What specifically did they do that they should have been reprimanded for? That's any different from what's been happening the whole season?
Here's my thing with refs. I don't really give a damn about them. I'm just gonna be honest. But what I'm telling you, when you have an incident that happens with the refs and their head coach that escalates that, how many other fucking refs do you have? Why do you have to take them three and put them to the next? All you did was, instead of them reffing the Phoenix and Minnesota game, you just make them go to ref the opposite game. That makes no sense.
Refs and coaches get into it every game. I'm still not understanding what was it about this. Cheryl Reeves got threw out. She threw a tantrum. She got suspended. What was it about this where the refs shouldn't have been there? I'm just not understanding.
Exactly what happened. They took 34 shots. It's one-sided, right? With these refs, it's one-sided, regardless of the fact, however you want to look at it. I'm not saying that's the reason why the Aces lost, because I already told you that's not the reason why they lost. I'm just saying from a standpoint, you have too many refs in the league to say, hey, because the situation happened over here, we're going to move you over to this series. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't make logical sense. How about you just don't have them come out
What is the situation that they got into it with Cheryl Reeves? That's what I'm trying to understand. What is the situation?
It's just a branding standpoint for me, right? That's more the uniform branding of the entire situation for me. It ain't the fact that they got into it with Cheryl Reeves. For me, overall, if you're coming out and saying, hey, this happened from the referee standpoint, then why are you putting them into another situation? Because here's the remarks from the whole situation, right? Cheryl Reeves blamed Becky for this shit, right? And so they turn around and say, all right, well, shit, since you're gonna blame her, we're gonna move him over to Becky's game. No, how about you just don't put them over there at all and just bring in 3 total new reps and just leave it at that? That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing, because if I do that, then I said that I think that they did something wrong. The WNBA and the NBA said that the NBA that they felt like the refs handled the situation correctly. The refs didn't throw a tantrum. Cheryl Reeves did. Cheryl Reeves got suspended. She showed out. The refs held their composure. Get out the game. Nobody was holding the ref back trying to get to Cheryl Reeves. So if I move those refs, that's like me saying that y'all did something wrong. They don't feel like they did anything wrong. So I'm still trying to understand what is it that specifically that the refs did that they shouldn't have been there? Because I don't normally see that I haven't seen this happen with any other in any other ref situation where the NBA or a league stood behind their refs and it was like, we're not going to let you ref though.
So so here's the thing: if you was gonna stand on business or stand behind it, then you just leave them in the series they in. You don't move them series, is what I'm saying. If you feel like they did nothing wrong, then what the hell are you moving for? Just keep them there.
Isn't that series? That series is over with now, right?
It's definitely over with. But what I'm saying to you is, if you say that, hey, they did nothing wrong, then just keep them at the series they in. There's no point in you. Oh, we gotta move them over to this series. Like, there's no reason for that. Just keep them in the series they was at. If you're saying there's nothing wrong.
But it's their right to move them, right?
It is their right. But what you're telling me was whatever Sheriff's talking about, oh, we're gonna put them over here so we can find out if it's the same issue.
But so what if they moved them because they didn't feel they were safe in the situation, continuing to rep in that situation?
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Safety?
I'm just asking.
But y'all trying to tell me that they was right. If
you wanted them suspended. You wanted them out the playoffs. I'm trying to figure out what.
No, I'm not saying that they should be suspended. I just don't think that they should have moved them serious. If you're telling this is what I'm saying. If you're telling me that they did everything right, then you just keep them in the series that they're in, and you have to make an adjustment from the series they're in. You don't go take them and then move them to another series to try to bag up an argument about they were
Listen,
right.
I don't. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't pay attention enough to the refs to see if they stay with the series. As far as I know, they move all around. They work college games, high school games, wherever they can get their money. The WNBA doesn't have any full-time refs. They pay who they pay. So if they got to stay on series and that's normally what they do, then they should have left them. But I don't pay attention enough to the refs like that. Like I said, y'all be out here hollering numbers and who did this and who did that and what they do at this minute. I don't pay attention to none of that. It's 5-on-8. I don't want to hear nothing about the refs.
The only reason why you notice what they do is because it's a pattern. It ain't, oh, I'm just out here looking for
Yeah,
this
if you're
ref.
watching them,
It's a pattern.
if you're paying attention enough to them to notice a pattern, they're a ref. All I know is they got on a referee shirt. I don't care. I don't look at their face. I don't pay attention to their hairstyle until somebody else calls them out. I don't care about the refs. Leave no doubt.
I guess from a coaching standpoint, you already know when you walk into a game what you're seeing, what like who's out on the floor. No matter what, the game's gonna go the way it's gonna go, right? But you also can get a feel for what's going to normally happen based upon who's reffing the game because of the way they ref a game. So that can tell
I don't disagree with any of that.
Yeah,
it's just not the lens I'm ever gonna watch the game from. I'm so glad that that's not the lens that I have to watch the game from.
Yeah, I'm just a coach. I just notice things. That's all. I go back and I rewatch, and I'm looking like I'm breaking out. But
I go back and rewatch too, but I go back and rewatch too, but not for that. It's just not the lens. It's not the lens I want to see it from.
But here's the thing: I'm not watching for the rest. I'm just see the blatance of what's happening in a situation.
What I'm saying is your coaching lens is always going to take them into account. My lens is never going to take them into account. I come with a conquer. I come with a fuck the refs attitude. I don't care who they is. If we come in here and do our job, they don't matter. Don't know. I don't need their names. I don't need their names, their number, their cash app, none of that.
They can always change the game. No matter how good you come in with.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that philosophically. I get that. But for the most part, if I could, my attitude is don't worry about them. Do your job.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it from a standpoint, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying is because they can always change the game. You can come in with an ideal, perfect plan, and they can F it up just because they don't like you. Like that's literally, they can literally do that.
I just said I don't disagree with that, but I don't worry about that. I think that happens less in basketball than people really realize. I think more times than not, it's teams not taking care of business and not doing their job to get them the L than it is the ref. Everybody can be like, oh, they shot this many free throws, but then tell me about all of the times that the Aces went to the basket and it wasn't a foul call. Because I saw a lot of fadeaway jumpers, a lot of half effort shots. So I'm gonna look at my team first.
The aggression definitely has to go up for the Aces. I'm not blaming the refs. I just said defensively, this is what we didn't do. So if we're out of position today, that's what's going to happen. Now, where there's some ticky-tack calls, yes, but that's going to happen every game. But from my standpoint of that game from the Aces, that's why I didn't say anything about the refs. Now, Becky tried to say something about the refs, but it's like, yo, that ain't the reason why y'all lost the game. Y'all flat out just didn't get it done defensively. That's on y'all. Nobody else. Go watch the film, get better. That's how I look at things.
Political Leo, I couldn't say it fast enough. Dark and steady, I don't know where you been. And the refs ain't in control. So if that's where you looking at the control at, look up higher. But yeah, we all into uncovering what the system is.
Yeah, no, there's always a system in place when it comes to professional shit. Even at the college level, there's a system. The whole referee and shit. The biggest issue with that is there's not enough training going on in development. There's not a lot of. All they do is bring them to a seminar, tell them what the new rules is, this, that, and the third. But there's not really a development system for better reffing. So it's the reffing is always gonna be bad because there really ain't no system in place on how to help them get better and how to officiate. So that's just what it is. But I mean, moving forward, Cess, what's your biggest keys for Game 5?
Everybody do their job. Do your job, Becky. Everybody. Rotations got to be better. Chelsea, I'm tired of the tip passes. Everything I've been saying. Tighten up. Only one working is Asian. This is it. Do or die. There ain't no reason to save no fouls this game. I don't know what coaches be saving fouls for anyway.
It's strategy. It's more of strategy than it is. Now, I'm not giving Becky no credit for what the fuck she did last night. I'm not at all. But it is strategy, right? You pick up certain fouls, you're gonna take them out because here's the thing. If Becky trusts her with fouls, she'd have been playing. Becky don't trust her with fouls. That's why she didn't play. It's just that simple. It comes down to a pure trust factor. Can I trust you out there with 5 fouls? If that's Asia Wilson with 5 fouls, does Becky play her? That's all you gotta do is ask yourself that. And if your answer is yes to that question, then that's your answer.
Did it help me that we came home with 1 foul and you sat on the bench?
Hey.
How many other plays would you have made on the court before you got that other foul that maybe could have had us in this game? But I get it. We'll just sit down. Save that. We'll see. Let's see what she does. She hasn't done anything out here anyway. I got it.
Yeah, I mean that it's just a nature of how things is, man. It's like that's why I always tell people, like when it comes to like the foul situation, it's really about trust of the coach, right? Hey, if my store players in foul trouble and I put her back in the game and we just gonna go balls to the wall with this role player, would I do the same thing? They're not. They just don't do the same thing. Just premise of the player. She just showed you I don't trust Alyssa. That's all that shit was, man. And it sucks because it costs you a situation where you have to put Alyssa out there just for a switch up. Even if she fouls out, guess what? You still gonna have to come back with Megan or Kia Stokes. So you might as well just go ahead and play it. And in the fourth quarter, shit, it don't really matter if you got 4 or 5 fouls. It really don't matter.
McLeod, let me be clear. I don't have a problem with the refs. I didn't bring up the refs. I don't give a damn about the refs. I'm not talking about the refs. I don't give a damn about I don't give a damn about the missed free throw. The discrepancy that people is talking about in free throws. None of those things is on my list today as far as what we need to check off to take care of minutes. None of those things. I didn't double check to see who the refs was. I don't check to see who reffing. I don't even pay attention to the refs when they throw the ball up for the jump ball. I'm looking at the players. We not here. We not here. I don't have a problem with the refs. The refs is the same refs that they've been. The same thing that I said on my video about the refs a few months ago is the same is who they are right now. There was no reason not to let Alyssa play no more. Like I said, I need Chelsea to be better. Jewel, you out here, you took 7 threes and went to and one other shot. Doesn't work for me. We need defensive rebounding, and you went to Meg. For what? When you tell me that Kia Stokes is the defensive rebounding.
At this point, you just gotta take Becky for a grain of salt, man, because she don't know what we got on the goddamn bench. She sit here and tell you one thing, and it be something complete. And then when you get to those situations, you don't even see the person. But she tell you that's what they do best, right? But you get to the situation and you don't utilize it.
So, like I said, I'm sick of the goalpost move. Checks and balances. You said that's who it is. When we needed this, that ain't where you went. So make it make sense for me. Like I just said, it's defense. If you're not embarrassed about how this game turned out, don't show up for work. Other than that, what we talking about? Get to work. See, I don't X and O. I don't do all that. I don't X and O. Hey, get your attitude right. Is your mindset right? Give a fuck about your skill set. 90% of this is your mindset. If you got your mindset right, we can get your skill set together. Where your head at? The refs can steal from your aces. The refs, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, hey, yeah, I don't, yeah, if that's something that y'all into, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. The goal of the game is put the ball in the basket and keep the other team from putting the ball in the basket. The refs don't get to do none of that. Isn't the word defensive rebounded with chips? Yeah. Ain't Kid Stokes the one you won chips with? Okay. Let's go.
The biggest issue I got with Ace Bryce, like I'm gonna keep saying, defensively. Bro, we gotta sit our ass down in the goddamn stance and guard somebody. Now listen, let's be honest. Now listen doesn't pick up half them fouls. If her ass just sits in a goddamn defensive stance and not standing straight up and actually sits in the defensive stand and not just slapping and reaching at the ball, she don't even pick up half them fouls.
Reaching, slapping, don't have shit to do with the refs. Reaching, slapping, don't have shit to do with the refs. Reaching and slapping me, that's want to. Let's get your ass in the stance, move, get your ass in the stance, move your feet, be locked in. The refs don't do that. Reaching and slapping, they don't do the reaching and slapping part. Do refs miss calls? Sure they do. But how many times did you reach and slap and it was for real?
Nation Alliance, the refs don't control the goddamn game. The players control the game. They control the pace of the game and how the game gonna go. Really, it's because at the end of the day, the players got to make adjustments, man. Like that's just what is nature of the game. But what we got to do defensively and where the mistakes was literally at for the Aces was, we was not sitting down in the defensive stand, moving our feet as bigs. Our guards were just standing still defensively and not moving laterally 1 or 2. Literally, if they move literally 1 or 2 steps in a lot of those possessions, those are turnovers. They move left or right 1, 2 steps, those are tougher shots. But instead, hey man, Asia down there, she got it. Meg down there, she got it. Instead of doing your job, doing your assignment, being where you're supposed to be. Hey, I watched that game last night, and I was talking to Cess. I'm like, man, the shit that I see on film is blasphemous. Like, at some point, when of you gonna learn to, hey, you got to get to the WNBA logo, which is pretty much the nail of the floor in most situations where they got the WNBA logo at the free throw line. When is somebody going to get to the nail of the floor to make the offensive player have to do something different? How about the ball's on the opposite side and you're supposed to have 1 foot in the paint and you're outside of the paint? So a lot of these passes that's being made inside the paint or drives being made and there's nobody there is because there are people not doing their fucking job. It's just that simple, right? Don't get started with the box out part, right? It's too much ball watching.
How many times did I say it on the line? How many times did I say it? Box out. Box out. Ball drop right in front of you. If you box them out, you had a split second you need to get the ball. You ain't boxing out.
But
you want to. That's not the refs. Yeah, that's want to. That's doing your job. That's take care of business. That's locked in. That's not can't be scared now. See, it's some people walked in there. It's some people that walked in there that thought, oh man, Indiana just finna lay down. They finna lay down. And the fucked up part is Indiana tried to give us the game. Indiana tried to give the game away. Indiana didn't want to come back to the desert. They did not want to make the flight back to the desert. They tried to give the game away. And we would not take it. We would not take it. Oh, yeah, Asia's up checking people today. Asia's probably been checking people since she left the podium.
Yeah. It shouldn't be no. The thing that pisses me off the most when you start pointing fingers when it's your fucking fault. Don't start pointing fingers at somebody else. It's your fault. The reason why we're in this situation, right? I see Chelsea Gray started getting mad at people. It's like, dog, you can get mad all you want, but you did the exact same thing that other motherfucker did. You just stood there and was expecting somebody else to go get the rebound instead of you going to go take the ball and go get the rebound. And I get it, right? If some of the shit is like box out, it's just that simple. Some of the time we didn't even have to box out. The ball landed right there in front of our face, and we just stood there hoping somebody's going to get the ball. And what it happens?
I have no.
Indiana came with the ball every time.
Yeah, I have no doubt we take care of business tomorrow. But it shouldn't have came to this. Yeah. It shouldn't have came to this. This series should have been over. This series should have been over. The Aces should have been resting, waiting to see who is coming out of this other series. Now AT them over there with their feet kicked up. Wait, rest.
And I see you had a question, Cess, right? Who would Phoenix rather play?
Yeah, chat, y'all let me know. Who y'all think Phoenix looking for? Who they prefer? Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Let's say this. The easy way out of this situation, Phoenix would rather play Indiana. That's who they really rather play than play Vegas. But if you really want to say you the real champs and somebody gonna respect it, you want to play the Aces. That's just the easy answer to that. You want to play the Aces if you want somebody to respect your championship. But if you play Indiana, like I just don't think too many people gonna respect it, because Phoenix and what they got, that should be it wouldn't be good for the dub if they make it to the finals.
Let me say this. If the Fever make it to the finals, I absolutely have to respect how they got there and respect them as a team, because it ain't nowhere in the hill. I told you I had them out in the first round. Semis at the best. So if Indiana, after the injuries, the chaos, the bullshit, the fake injuries, all of the stuff that they've done, come back and knock off the Aces, who went on a historic run to finish this thing up in second. If they knock us off in 5, if they walk in our house and knock us off in 5, oh yeah, I got to give them their respect, goddammit. And I will have to respect Phoenix if they beat them in the championship, because they earned that. They earned that. If Aaliyah Boston and them walk through Las Vegas, if they walk through Las Vegas to the finals, hey man, all respect, man. Hey, salute. Salute, fam, because I didn't see. Yeah. Salute, fam, because I didn't see it in you. I told y'all I got the Aces. I got the Aces winning the chip. So if they walk through that thing and take it, oh yeah, salute, fam. And then if Phoenix beat. But I'll say this: Indiana walking through Vegas and going and winning the chip will be the worst thing that could happen to Caitlin Clark's career. Because there's no way that you can tell me with her 17, with the 17 games that she played this season, that she's the reason why they won this, why they are in this position that they're in, or hypothetically, win that chip or whatever. Yeah. That's the worst thing that can happen in her fucking career, for them to do this. She looked like she cheering, but not for real.
Yeah,
yeah, look close. Look close. Y'all want to have a conversation? See, let's get to the hot takes. Let's get to the hot takes. Look like she cheering, but she ain't.
She low key hating. About the situation is going the way it is. She really wanted to
thing that can happen for her.
I ain't gonna hold you. She really wanted them to be out the playoffs already, so then they could be like, "Oh, we need Caitlin Clark."
You got that right. Her whole brain was hoping for that.
Yeah, that's what's really going on. I was trying to wait for this series to get over with to get to that part. But since you want to open it up.
I ain't waiting.
I was gonna wait till the series was over with. Yeah.
No, for what? I ain't waiting. I ain't waiting. Let's get to it. This hot takes. This hot takes. I ain't waiting for what? It's the worst thing happened in her career. I told y'all, abracadabra. Ambassador.
Hey, and if you think her road dog over there, they feeling the same shit. They talking the same shit on that bench. That's why they ain't got no respect for the damn assistant coaches.
The three of them is over there trying to figure out how they can get to Toronto.
Yeah, like that's the real reason why they like. That's why they don't respect the assistant coach and why they be up doing what the hell they want to do on the bench and popping their shit because of that. Because they upset that they're that far, and they didn't expect them to be that far without them.
No. Every game they came dressed in black for a funeral 7 games ago.
Yeah, man, that shit been happening for a mile away. It's just it looked cute because all right, we beat Atlanta. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh, y'all playing with the Aces? Y'all not supposed to be playing with them. This supposed to be another 3 games. So you know we got some.
They already supposed to have been on vacation.
Yeah, and
they knew they going. They supposed to have left already.
Hey, listen, you know who's mad about this all? Nike, because Nike was ready to run a goddamn campaign, and they losing millions of dollars because they can't run the goddamn campaign right now. Boy, they hot right now. Boy, what?
That Gatorade commercial got CeCe looking like she got that show enough glow. It ain't the same. Just like the Gatorade didn't work the same for her. Understand?
Yeah.
It's not good.
For the Aces.
Do you know how many commercials is on the cutting block sitting on the floor right now? Because she didn't play in the playoffs. How many PEs? Yeah, the show enough glow. And you know that one. It start to short out. Done by Deep Media. Yeah, it start to short out a little bit. It ain't real. Yeah, the Last Dragon. Yeah. She not the Last Dragon. Showing up. Yeah, but I digress. Anyway, what I'm saying is so much money. Think about all of the companies that she's tied to. Think about all of the commercials that they wanted to run. Think about all of the other commercials that they didn't reach out to their other players and run. How many Alicia Gray commercials could Nike have run? You don't even that. You barely know Nike. Alicia Gray is a goddamn Nike athlete.
Facts.
I just thought Asia was just letting her wear the A1s, and Nike was nice enough to donate her some goggles. Don say Alicia and Asia is the 2 Nike athletes at the school. Why she ain't in no commercials? That girl's in the conversation for MVP. Look at the commercials that they didn't run. They got their AT got on Nikes every game. I see her with the Giannis's on. I seen her with somebody. I forget who else she's on. She ain't none of them. And then I'm looking at Vanessa Bryant, and I'm like, dang, Vanessa. Yep, Caitlin looked like a good pick, but how many other? Look at all of this that we could have did,
bro.
With the community, with these women, with these Kobe's on.
That's the part that really bothers me the most. It's like, dog, y'all picked her. Like Sabrina was a motherfucker that was working with Kobe.
I don't even care my thing is, I don't even care that they picked her. My thing is, you only picked her.
Yeah.
You only picked her. It was so many more. You could have picked 5 or 6. You could have picked one from each region. You could have picked one from each team. Grow the game like Kobe would grow the game. Kobe was moving around he was moving around talking to all kind of players.
I don't understand how the hell you didn't pick AT. The mama mentality.
She got the most trip dubs in WNBA playoff history. How she not on a commercial?
Man, that shit crazy, dog.
Where the Gatorade commercials at? AT the engine. She need to be somewhere with the little red Gatorade little shit on her somewhere. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, the disrespect is crazy.
Let's get to it.
And then the crazy part about it is Phoenix going to the finals, and y'all still don't get AT no respect. Y'all still don't.
Where the hell?
Y'all ain't dropped shit about AT yet.
Forget all that. And not even forget about that. But at the same time, you got a Finals MVP on the way back to the finals. How y'all ain't talking about Kai Copper? Asia told y'all she that bitch. She closed the gold medal for you. How you not talking about her?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
DeWanna Bonner, 2-time champ. How you not talking about it? She is a little tired. I know. But But when it was time to close, see, it's something about being a winner, Rob. It's something about having been there before. It's something about knowing what it takes. It's something about not being scared to take that shot. DeWanna Bonner missed so many shots, I didn't want her to shoot no more.
Yeah, you called for her not to shoot. I'm like, yo, she got to keep shooting over. But with confidence, right?
I said, hey, DeWanna, you got about a minute and a half, and we going to sit your ass down. DeWanna Bonner scored about 9 points in 90 seconds. Like a G. Where's the commercials? Why they not talking about her? Where's everybody up talking today? Where's the ESPN cuts? Why them threes ain't going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? Where the interviews with AT at this morning? Why they not talking to Kai this morning?
You know what's crazy?
Why they ain't all over everywhere? But if it was CC, we'd have been sick of hearing everything. It'd have been sound bites everywhere. That shit would have been on Good Morning America. She was on her way to the finals. But they did none of that shit today. See, y'all don't want to have no hot takes for real. Y'all don't want no hot take for real. Let's go. Go ahead, Rob.
Why
I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead.
No. You don't got to be quiet, but I got a real question for you. Why the hell is Shot 2 not, her crossover 3 not being aired right now? And she was busting Minnesota's ass.
They don't want to talk.
Like, how's
that? They don't want to talk.
That's not even on the WNBA shit. They're not even producing that right now. It's like, dog.
They don't want to talk.
She crossed over, stepped back, shot a three, made them over, and y'all don't even.
Hey, you know what the cold part is? You know what the cold part is? WNBA ain't dropped a new goddamn commercial since CC got hurt. Show me the one that they dropped since she got hurt.
Come on,
show me the new one they shot. Paige got a commercial. They ain't dropped no new commercials shouting out none of these women that carried this league this year. Not one. AT, Aaliyah, Asia. Who was the fifth one? Kelsey. Who else was in the conversation?
Shit,
Nafisa.
You could have put a lot of people in the goddamn conversation.
Ain't none of them conversations taking place today.
Bro, this shit is wild, bro.
None of them. They ain't talking about none of them.
The motherfucker that's been busting Minnesota ass. Y'all don't even give her. Bro, y'all disrespected Shot 2 so bad last night that I almost wanted to slap the shit out of the reporter. Like, I get DB made some shots. I get AT. But the motherfucker that been busting their ass all series, y'all didn't even give her the glory to come up here and talk.
Shot 2 had to wake up in the series. Bro, Shot 2 was asleep. Shot 2 had to come to life and get to work.
This is crazy.
But see the inconsistency with how they cover the WNBA. And then when I say it's political, when I say it's black erasure, when I say it's the erasure of black excellence, when I say it's holding back black women, then y'all say, "Oh, Cess, you tripping. You trying to make it about race." But I'm showing you right now in our face. Nothing but excellence. Nothing but excellence. Everyone they tried to prop up failed. Everyone.
Hey, listen.
They couldn't stand up to it. The physicality, the game, whatever it was, they couldn't stand up.
You know why they don't want to show Shot 2? Because Shot 2 been caught on all the bullshit all season. And she showed up and they did what they did. She did something they think that she wasn't gonna do. Show up.
Man.
And then you didn't want to give her flowers. But because she been popping that shit. She been popping that shit all season at y'all. Popping that shit at y'all. And now y'all didn't want to give her flowers in the moment.
And see, that's why. And see, this is why I don't get caught up with the refs. Because see, even when you try to manufacture it, even when you try to stack it against us, even when you try to lessen the light on what we do, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Nobody wanted Alyssa Thomas in the finals.
Oh, bro, that was the worst thing that they wanted.
Nobody wanted Alyssa Thomas in the finals.
And I kept telling you, hey, Phoenix dangerous. I've been saying that shit all season. Hey, man. Before we even started this shit, I was like, hey, y'all not talking about Phoenix. Phoenix gonna finish in the top 4. And I said that shit. I stood on it from the beginning of the season. I said, man, they got a big 3 down there. I like what they got. They got some no-name motherfuckers over there, but I like what they got over there. And then they just kept, got it done. And all season, they didn't even play with their big 3 all season.
If y'all don't hashtag respect their game, I will. When y'all speak on her, hashtag respect their game.
Man,
all of them.
This is like, for me, I'm so pissed with the W because it's like, bro, how y'all not celebrating this? How? Just how? Like, what make y'all wake up and say, hey, we're not gonna celebrate Phoenix? Oh, I forgot. They took out your best. They took out your team, huh?
Think about where Phoenix was. Think about where Phoenix was last year.
Two people returning.
Last year, Phoenix had Sophie Cunningham and was embroiled in a legal dispute. They got rid of Sophie Cunningham. I don't know what the hell is going on with the legal dispute. Dropped Diana Taurasi, old ass, made her retire, sent BG to Atlanta, retooled in front of everybody's faces, and got to the finals.
Two people retired from the season.
Were they even in the playoffs last year? Somebody tell me.
No, they wasn't.
Did they lose? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. They was just celebrating DT getting a 10K in points and shit. They weren't worried about making the playoffs last year. And
has Diana Taurasi even been in the building for a Phoenix game this year? Y'all let me know. I don't know.
I think one, but that's about outside of that, just that.
How the hell y'all ain't got DT back in the building for the playoffs?
She should be in the playoffs. You should see her ass on camera. Just like you'll see a Sue Bird in Seattle, you should see DT.
How the hell Diana Taurasi ain't sitting courtside in Phoenix right now? Okay, never mind. Okay. I don't care if they didn't want a story of Mitchell and Boston taking the Fever to the finals. The goddamn Fever wasn't going to get there no other way. And that's the point.
Yeah.
The only way there was through them.
Yeah. CC was not going to get them to the finals. That shit wasn't going to happen. You know why CC won't get them to the finals? Like, she's going to take 20 shots, and then they're going to try to take Mitchell away. Mitchell and AB is the only way they can make it to the finals. Like, they can't make that shit up with CC. It's just not going to work. It ain't. All CC's going to do is just take away shots from everybody else. And she's going to shoot a horrible percentage. Like, you can't make this shit up. I mean, you could go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I might got too hot for hot takes on Monday. I said
no.
I ain't playing around though. I told y'all I'm gonna be ruder about this shit, man. I done told y'all I'm ruder on it.
I'm just, for me, the part that I'm just blown away is from the WNBA side. That's the part I'm like, bro, how the fuck are we still don't have a post up about Phoenix making it to the fucking finals yet? Like, blowing up Phoenix to know that they're in the finals. But I'm just blown away, bro. I'm blown away, bro.
Oh my goodness, hold on, y'all. My bad. I didn't miss super chats and everything.
Yeah, it's a couple super chats.
My bad, Auntie. I appreciate this. I appreciate the support, fam.
Man.
KB 72977. Guess you couldn't get them out the first damn round. You better see that. Appreciate the support, fam. Thank y'all. My bad, y'all. I got caught up. Did y'all cover this so-called special whistle? The Asian gets a legend. I already had talked about Asian and special whistle. I told y'all. I done told y'all about Asian. I said somebody said Asian get a special whistle about a couple weeks ago. You know, but the fact that AB said it to Asian was funny to me. I mean, just that interaction to me is funny. So for Aaliyah Boston to say it to Asia, and for those two to have that back and forth, it's hilarious to me. I love it. I'm here for that.
So here's the whole thing about this whole bullshit, right?
Because Aaliyah know that Asia don't get no whistle.
I'll say this. Had it been the other way around and Minnesota made it to the goddamn finals, they'd have blew that shit up like it wasn't no tomorrow. But because Phoenix made it, oh man, we can't celebrate that. Like, bro, I don't fucking get it, bro. I don't. But it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay.
So I don't even think that they're. I mean, I guess if Asia didn't say it, then it doesn't get pushed because nobody knew that it was said. Aaliyah said it to Asia.
Yeah.
Asia put it out there. So I don't think it's a narrative that they're pushing into Game 5. I think now they're trying to push it into Game 5 because A gave them the sound bite. But I don't think that that's where they were going at first. But Aaliyah down there talking, you know what? You winded. There go that special whistle. There go that special whistle. Asia like, girl, that's free throw number 8 and 9.
That's something
free throw number 8 and 9.
I earned that whistle.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. I earned that whistle.
I'm a two-time champ. I'm a two-time champ. Okay, well, watch me work. This is something that's going on between two game clocks. Let me tell y'all something. The other reason that I'm pissed off this morning that they're not talking more about the WNBA semifinals for as great as these playoffs have been. If you love basketball and you didn't get a chance to see the back and forth between Kai Copper and Courtney Williams, if you didn't get a chance to really watch Asia and Aaliyah, you missed some good damn basketball. And that's basketball that they should be talking about today. Man, that's basketball that they should be showing. You talk about somebody who was just like, hey, let's just hoop. Hey, they was hooping.
He says, how you gonna just drop out AT and Fee? I was there for that one.
Listen, cause see, I felt like so here's the thing. I felt like AT had a mic drop that Fee couldn't come back from. And it was so early that it was like, Fee, you out. You know what I'm saying? He was like, she gotta guard me too. We cool. It's nothing else to say after that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a comeback for Fee right there, Rob. You know, everybody else had some back and forth and shit going on, but she got to guard me too. We cool. Yeah, ain't no comeback for that one. She got to do it on national TV. Go ahead, man. Yeah, come on, man.
I had to bring it up because all I envisioned was AT barking on her and seeing that fourth quarter Fee just feel like, fuck, I'm defeated. I ain't got none of this. I don't got nowhere to go from here.
That's why Cheryl had to crash out. She knew it was over. She knew it was over. She was looking for escape. She knew it was over. She was looking for escape before the injury. She was looking for escape. Shit,
bro, it's just wild to me. I'm like, dog, like you trying to get up here and say you the MVP and doing all this goddamn campaign. AT get the barking on you, and you over here in the timeout, like, damn, just damn, like what just hit me?
AT. Something different.
Like, come on, bro. You got to punch back.
Hey, exactly, Shonda Doré. They don't even let you know you could go back and watch it. They don't even let you know that it's out there for the rewatch. They ain't even put up no clips. Some people didn't even know that Kai Copper talked like she do. Kai Copper was on demon time with Court. She got in her ears. Hey, listen, and refs, stay out the business. Yeah. There was two grown basketball players talking. We talking over here. We don't need no text and all of that funny shit. You back up. And that's what I mean about the refs. This is why I don't get caught up with them. Hey, man, stay out the way. Stay out the way. No harm, no foul. Stay out the way. AT got in Fee's head. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Rent free.
Bro.
Rent free. Once AT get to smiling, man, she'd have kicked her feet up on your table. She eating your chicken.
When she get
she eating the big piece of chicken at your house. You hear me? She got her feet kicked up eating that big piece of chicken. Let's go.
Hey, she get the bark y'all and still laughing at you at the same time. Whatever you said, she like, you ain't talking about that. I thought you was a big dog. You ain't talking about that. You don't want none of that.
I'm telling y'all. I believe when AT is smiling, is in her head. Whatever it is, I think I see. Hey. Becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Hey, she is like a kid in a candy store out there when she starts smiling. Y'all better watch out. The bigger that smile get, hey, the more danger you are in. Copper told her, I'll take your wife in the elimination game right after she got attacked. I ain't got time. Bro. I ain't got time. But what I loved about all of that, let me say this too. The cameraman, epic. I really appreciate y'all. The cameramen, hey, y'all catch all of the right things at the right time with no words. So I appreciate y'all. But I appreciate y'all catching Kai Copper and Courtney coming together at the end of the game. and embracing and just, you know what I'm saying, just having that interaction between two players that just gave each other the best. Hey, you came at me, I came at you. It was fun. We'll do it again, or maybe we'll be on the same team because I saw 4 go up.
I tell you what I didn't like. They goddamn school to roll to the goddamn locker room, not shaking nobody's hand.
Wait, KD had something to say. Hold on, I ain't gonna put no music on this one. First 4-time MVP, second unanimous MVP, first 1,000-point season. And she had a special whistle. She earned that motherfucker. Yeah. Nobody denies that. Asia is hurt. Asia's hurt, but I really don't think she gets a special whistle. I think that there's still probably 7 to 8 fouls missed on Asia anyway. AT smile like mission accomplished. Oh yeah. Yeah, a little Pillsbury-ish. I mean, you said it, so I gotta play it. You said it, so I gotta play it. You know how I go, Pillsbury-ish. Speaking of Pills, we will get to top 10. Top 10 Pillsbury first minute of the day today on Now What's the Sound of? But yeah.
Hey man, I just think Fee was on some whole shit. She should have shook some hands. You know what I'm saying? You took an L, man. Own that shit and get better. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
The caveman. What's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. Can Lloyd give the Aces something, Rob? Jeez, can we get 15 off the bench with her on the court?
We don't need
15 off the bench. You want 15 off the bench from her with her on the court, or just 15 off the bench when she's on the court? We gotta be clear for what we asked for.
Yeah.
What you want? What you want? You want us to be able to get 15 amongst the bench with her on the floor, or you want specifically 15 from Jewel? Captain K, man, let me know.
Yeah, we don't need 15 from fucking Lloyd. What we need, she can give us a solid 8, but we need a good 12 from Dana. A solid 12, that's 20 bench points, and we should be fine. We got it. But my thing over there is when I look at the Aces, I always look at assist numbers. Or we make an extra pass. We ain't making an extra pass.
This is the first time your formula didn't work. This is the first time your formula didn't work. So she had about 9. She had about 9, but it's the turnovers. I believe I don't remember how many turnovers.
All right, this the first time the formula failed, goddamn me. And Chelsea, you ain't gonna make me look bad no motherfucking more. Next time your ass get 6 it better be a motherfucking dub now. I'll tell you that now.
What else?
Normally that's a goddamn win when she gets 6 assists.
Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Go ahead, Ron.
We need Lloyd to be a 3-and-D player. Asia's coming with the fire. Jo will bring it. Less turnovers and more pressure on players that shouldn't be contributing. I think you'll see. For me, here's what I'm gonna say to this, MJ. You know how when road players on the road, you know they don't really play good. Now that the road players at home, they typically play better. They sleeping in their own bed. They getting their good rest. Yada 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 yada. So, I don't think Lloyd necessarily needs to have a tremendously big game for us to win. Because it's not a series where Drew Lloyd. It's not a Drew Lloyd series. The motherfuckers that need to show up tomorrow, and I'm not including Asia in this, is literally Jo, Chelsea, Dana, Nalissa Smith. Them four need to show up around Asia. Everything else we good. I don't need to put Lloyd in there. Whatever Lloyd gives us, that's just icing on the cake. But we need them four to show up. And you gonna see Dana come out playing on fire because of the simple fact the way that game went and how she didn't play. So I expect her to come out with that fire. Might get 15 from Dana before Drew. Yeah, you should. I'm trying to make sure I answer everybody's question. Why is Drew guarding Kelsey so much? I'm not necessarily upset with that matchup. It's just if Drew Lloyd's going to guard Kelsey Mitchell, we don't need her face guarding Kelsey Mitchell and taking herself out of situation of rebounding opportunities. That's what we get killed at. Because Drew Lloyd is so much trying to stick to Kelsey Mitchell that it takes away another person rebounding the basketball. And that's what allows Indiana to get a lot of basketball. I mean, get a lot of open basketball plays, 50-50 balls. That's what is allowing that shit to happen. So We don't need 15 from
Hey, let's back
guard.
up. Let's back up a second. Let's back up. Oh, I'm bad.
Go ahead.
Let's back up. Let's talk Odyssey Sims. Let's talk Odyssey Sims. How, what do you think her impact has been on this series?
It's been solid, but you've seen two different players out of Odyssey Sims this series. You've seen the aggressive Odyssey Sims, and that's when Indiana's at their best. And you've seen a non-aggressive Odyssey Sims, and that's when Indiana's at their worst. Like,
what is the Odyssey Sims that you think shows up tomorrow?
I think you're gonna get a mixture of both.
1, 2, 3, go.
I think you're gonna get a mixture of both.
Defender. For Odyssey. And I'm talking about start lineup. Who are you starting with on Odyssey? Let's get first. You believe that Houston should start, right? You still have start.
Say that again. I couldn't hardly hear you.
You still believe that KB should start. KB is a starter for you.
No, I mean, she only playing 3 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes she coming out. So that really don't make a difference there.
No, so I'm just saying. So now I want you to say from that starting lineup, who do you start with on Odyssey?
So once we go to the first sub, or with KB in the lineup. Starting lineup
with KB. Yeah, who are you starting off in her face, in Odyssey's face?
For me, I'm gonna go with Chelsea, and I'm gonna put KB on Hall. But what I would say is though, even if you put KB on Sims, Chelsea needs to be locked in as that weak side defender. And I think KB's a better weak side defender right now than Chelsea's been playing.
Okay, let's back up. Let's back up. Let's dumb it down. Let's dumb it down for me because I don't do X's and O's. This is what I want to understand. To me, okay, you say Chelsea, right? To me, Chelsea doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with Odyssey to like pick her up 94 or none of that. Like
you don't
want to do. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to do any of that with her. But what position are you putting Chelsea in so she's not getting caught where Odyssey is to the basket? She gets around Chelsea. It seems like pretty easily. So how are we going to combat that?
A lot of it has to do with the drop coverage of the way the Aces are playing. That's why it seems like she's getting by her so easy. No, it's really the defensive coverage that the Aces are playing. They're making it easy.
So right? Would that be improved with a Kia Stokes, who's a defender and a rebounder in the game versus a KB?
No, it doesn't really change anything. It's because the way they are playing defense, it doesn't matter who that person is, unless they're going to change the way they play defense. So because they're in drop coverage, it don't matter who the person is. Like, it's the same results. So unless you're going to hedge the ball screen and force her to use her right hand and not go to her dominant hand, unless you're going to tell, hey, Chelsea, jump the goddamn screen. So now you force her back to her opposite hand.
Wait. Let me ask you. Okay, let's wait.
It's just defensive schemes. That's really what it is.
Wait. How much of it is just defensive basketball IQ?
Both.
Like, naturally, that's not what you would do. That's what I'm saying. So if you shouldn't have to tell Stokes that if she's the defense and the rebounding. If I shouldn't have to tell you that that's the move. We want to chip together.
Yeah,
right?
But you shouldn't. But at the same time, the fucking coach is over there telling you to do this. And if you don't do this, then you're not going to be on the floor. So it's kind of one of them. You can get away with a possession or two, but for the long term of the game, you better do what we're telling you what you do. Because if you don't and we lose this game.
So what you just said to me then, Rob, sound like we could lose this game because of ego. Right? Because
we're not
here's
the
thing.
Game, but
here's the thing. Coaching ego is what I'm talking about. Here's the thing. Let's say you're a coach. You put your players on the floor and you talk about all the time. That you listen to your players, right? So let's say you're a coach in this situation. You put you put a player out there, you tell them to do X. They don't fucking do X, they do Y, and it works better than what the fuck you thought X is gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just let Y go? Why in the fuck would you be like, well, I'm gonna sit your ass down because you didn't do X? But it's more than one way to skin a cat, and I was out there and I saw this.
Well, so that's the difference between me and a lot of coaches. Like, I always tell my players, if you gonna go do something and you're right, I'm with you when you're right. Because one thing I'm gonna do when that first timeout call, when we get them to call timeout, hey, what do y'all see? Y'all like standing that coverage? Cool. We gonna stay with it. And we gonna go with it until something breaks down, and then we can readjust. I'm good with that. But now a lot of coaches are stubborn. They're not going to do that because it's like, you got to go with my game plan because that's what success. Like, no, you can make. That's what makes adjustments on the fly. That's what makes you a better coach. Being able to adapt to whatever somebody throw at you. I expect Indiana to throw the goddamn kitchen sink at the Aces. I expect them to play a little bit more zone possessions because of how the Aces struggle. I expect that shit to happen. Aces, what the fuck are you doing?
And that's my point, Danielle. Nalissa was in foul trouble.
But and the reason why she's in foul trouble is because of schemes and her ass not moving her feet. Nothing else.
But that's the same thing that the commission been saying. Oh, she got to move them puppies. That's been her. That has been the Gamecock fam thing with Nalissa since she got for the whole season. She got to move those puppies. Move those puppies. Let's get down. And this is the thing. And it's here. And this is the. And we. I'm gonna ask the fam. I'm gonna ask the chat fam too. I asked y'all in the mansion. Like I said, I don't bring everything from the mansion. But here's the thing. You are engaged to one of the best defenders in the league. You ain't say, hey, baby, can we, spend about 30 minutes working on defense today? Nothing. I don't know. Maybe Dejanay will get to town and give her some pointers on what she can do for the rest of this season. But I'm trying to understand how you're engaged to Dejanay Carrington. And you can't move your feet on defense.
But
you too, Michelle, aka 85 Fly, you too. But you can't go, hey, what you see on tape? Let's watch some film. Give me some pointers. Nothing.
Hey, Cess, I'm not gonna say she can't move her feet. That just come down to I always tell you, it come down to two things. It's either will or skill. It's just a willingness to do the shit. It ain't about the skill. That's just a willingness to sit your ass down in a defensive stand and slide your feet. That's it. Slide your feet, use your wingspan. If she just literally just gets into a defense, the biggest problem is she's never in a defensive stance. That's the major problem. So about time she realized, oh shit, I'm in trouble, she's already crossed her feet. And once you cross your feet as a defender, you're fucked.
I'm going by you. I'm up.
That's what happens a lot of the times. Because she won't sit in a defensive stance. Now, here's the problem too. Who on that fucking bitch is gonna hold her ass accountable to not doing that shit? Now, one person say, "Hey man, sit your ass down in the defense stand and slide your ass over." You know why they can't? You know why they can't do that? Because they're not doing it.
I don't know how you get this close to the ring and then don't want to.
It's a will thing. There's nothing else. There's nothing about the skill. Like this.
You willed your ass. You willed your ass to right here.
Basketball shit.
You willed your ass to here, and then you just don't want to no more.
Simple basketball shit.
So here's a question. For you can take this. Do the Aces now have an AB problem?
You have to make your mind up.
Well, now wait. Now that Indy sees that they have no answer for AB, and now see that they can play through her.
Here's the problem. I mean, I'm not gonna say here's the problem. The answer to this question is, what have the Aces done differently? If you keep showing me, hey, I'm just gonna keep doing this, and okay, we're just gonna keep getting AB in this spot. What you expect? So is it really a problem, or we gave them anything to think about in a different coverage outside of doing the same shit over and over again? So is it really a problem? It's only a problem if you make adjustments and they come back and still doing work. We ain't gave them nothing to look at. We ain't done nothing different.
Rob being nice. Stop being nice. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. Listen, Indiana already knew this about AB because he did this about two times earlier this season. They're not consistent enough to do it. They're not consistent enough to do it. That's what I think, Rob. Do you think AB is gonna dominate this next game like she just did?
No.
Why?
Because I think Asia's gonna take it on her pride and say that ain't happening on her watch.
Oh, I can see that, but I wouldn't think it from that standpoint.
And I'm saying
I was thinking more like go ahead.
Think about it from this standpoint. If you actually look at Game 4, who's her primary defender? Her primary defender was fucking Megan and Alyssa that she did most of her work on. She didn't really do a lot of work on Asia. So when Asia's been her primary defender, AB ain't been cooking like that. She got going because, hey, we decided, hey, we're going to go back to Alyssa. We're going to go back to Megan to guard AB.
See, I get that. I definitely expect Asia to take pride and stuff. She's depoy. And we're gonna talk about that other co-depoy because that was came not unplayable. But never mind. Let me answer this question first, and then we'll get back to that one. My thing about AB is I don't know that they'll be consistent enough because I think that the pressure is gonna be on Kelsey Mitchell to go win it, and so I think that they may try to force Kelsey Mitchell into like a hero type situation that will take them out of what they could do to be successful. That's just my opinion.
If I know Becky, she's going to try to force Kelsey Mitchell to go get 35, 40 points. She's going to they're going to try to do some type of hacking the inside, the paint to limit AB, and they're going to try to make Kelsey Mitchell go try to win it all and play hero ball. That's what they're going to try to do. Can Kelsey Mitchell make enough shots to keep them in the game? It's going to be the next question.
Well, that's the other thing. You don't expect the role players to play that well.
No.
But I do expect to see Cheyenne Parker Tyus on the floor in Las Vegas.
I would say this. If Dana Evans ain't the first fucking sub off the bench, we're going to have some real fucking problems. Drew Lloyd should not get her ass up first off that fucking bench. It should be Dana Evans.
I think she's getting up, Rob. They don't want AB to be the face of that franchise, so there's no AB problem for the Aces.
Listen.
There's that. There's also that.
Yeah, they're gonna. And KB, I can to that point. I can agree with that, right? You might see Indiana just come there and just say, hell with AB trying to get this. We don't want her to get all them points because we don't want you to show up CC. Because now it's a different argument on who's the actual franchise player. Because you got a problem. See, Indiana knows they have a problem and they're trying to fix this problem on the fly, but it's still a problem. Because go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say the problem is AB and Kelsey is cooking so much in the playoffs that what the fuck you gonna do with CC? So now Kelsey Mitchell can just leave at the end of the season. She could be like, "Hey, I'm done with all this shit. I'm out." So Indiana's in a real problem of, do you please Kelsey Mitchell this last game, or do you run this shit through AB this last game? That's the real problem that they got. And that can get in the way of all this shit.
Who's the better defender? Dana or Jewel? What's up, King?
Dana. Dana's the better defender, but Dana also is going to make more effort plays, hustle plays.
So then why is Jewel been the first one off the bench then?
So that's a Becky thing.
Mm.
Because Becky feel like she feel like she's forced to have to play Lloyd because Lloyd's making all this fucking money. Like, no, get Lloyd out the fucking way and go win the fucking series. The hell with this entitlement that you trying to give her. No, man, go sit your ass down. You're not making shots. You're not doing anything defensively to help us in this game. Go sit your ass down. Because what's the one thing that's been hurt in Indiana? The speed from Dana Evans mixture with Jo has been causing Indiana hell. We just won't play them together enough on the floor.
Mm. Well, we're gonna find out here real quick.
And then on top of that, you know the biggest thing about this, and I didn't really say this up here, was when Jude Lloyd checks into the fucking game, can we stop running this goddamn pin down screen into another screen action for her? I mean for her. And if JO's gonna have the ball, or if Dana has the ball, how about you run an action off of Jackie or Dana so they can make high basketball IQ plays off the down screens, off the pin down screens, instead of running the shit through Lloyd, who has no IQ about what the fuck is gonna happen to do anything different. Like, hey, this girl is trailing me. Cut back door. Hey, this girl is face guarding me. Use the screen, flirt screen, back screen. Like simple basketball IQ plays that can get her wide open shots. But that comes down to IQ. That comes down to understanding what the defender is doing to you. But we can't get that done because, hey, we have to be robots and run the play. Becky ain't tell you to be a goddamn robot. Now there's always a play out there. There's always action, but there's always a high basketball IQ that play that could be made just off a simple read and cut to get you right back and still be in that same action. Because at the end of the day, even if you make a cut to the rim, to the basket, you don't get it, you're still going right back out to the 3-point line. The second screen that was finna come rescreen you, that screen is still coming up there to set the ball screen. So nothing in reality changes. It's just, instead of having two screens, they got one screen coming off. You still got a shooter in the corner. You still got action. But we got people out here being robots instead of being basketball players. But that's just my little rant about the offense right now. The favorite play we like to fucking run with these two pin down screens with Lloyd to a double ball screen that ain't working. High basketball IQ situations.
Oh yeah, I agree. So you say Kelsey Mitchell, or they saying Kelsey Mitchell, Michelle saying Kelsey Mitchell should listen to all of the teams, even if she don't leave. Jackie been hesitant to fully commit to her drives, and it's driving me crazy. What do you think is bringing that?
A lot is just about spacing. A lot of it has to do with spacing, right? When Alyssa in the game, she's in a dunker spot, right? So every time Jo gets downhill to the rim, when Alyssa person commits to Jo, Alyssa's not diving in front of the rim to get the pass. So now it's forcing her a hesitation of, damn, do I take the layup? Do I pass it out? What do I do? Instead of just being a natural basketball player and just shoot the shot or just get the N1. So a lot of it just got to do with just player personnel spacing.
Be interesting to see where they go from here.
See, for me, this is the conversation I would have with Jackie. Hey, Jackie, the same shit you just said. Hey, Jackie, when you're aggressive at the rim, we're at our best. Hey, Dana, when you're aggressive at the rim, we're at our best. Hey, Dana, keep it simple. Within 3 dribbles, you should be at a mid-range shot. With your speed, with your first quick step, within 3 dribbles, you should have a paint touch. Hey, once you get this paint touch, it should either be a shot from a mid-range, a jump stop for a pass that's going to lead to another pass for a wide-open shot, or there should be a simple dump down to Asia. Simple basketball. We're making this here's the problem. We're just making this shit too complex than more than what it is. We have the better team. We have the better players. We damn sure got the better athletes. But we're not playing basketball. We're playing like robots instead of being basketball players. We get back to playing like basketball players, this series is over. And I'm talking about in a blowout fashion.
All right, let's see. Jackie's too worried about passing the ball and making up for Chelsea's turnovers. She can't focus on scoring with Chelsea playing that way. And why is Becky always drawing up the last shot for Jewel to take when she been a brick all game? Thoughts there?
It was just a bad coaching moment on Becky. I mean, there's nothing else to say.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Bad coaching is bad coaching. Bad situational coaching. That's just what it is. But at the same point in time, if you know Becky, she gonna keep drawing up the same shit that you've already seen. Ain't nothing new about what she's drawing up.
So you have Asia leading the team to the finals.
Her and Jo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it.
All
So
right.
I think it's gonna come down to these 3 players: Asia, Jo, and Dana. I think those are gonna be the 3 reasons why we win. But we gotta get 18 to 22 points from off the bench production for us to go ahead and just blow this shit out. But oh damn, this is the last thing I'll say before we because I know about the Aces. One thing that was glaring to me, it was trust on the offensive end, that we took a lot of forced shots instead of making the correct pass that could have led to a better shot.
Well, those are things that the stuff that they did wrong should be things that we can easily correct. This is locking in. This is 1-2. This is win or go home. You want to go to Cancun, or you want to go to the finals? Make up your mind.
And the reason why I brought up that point was because when you talk about Chelsea's turnovers, the reason why Chelsea had a lot of those turnovers because she's trying to force the ball to somebody when there's somebody wide the fuck open that you can just make a simple pass to. But you're trying to force the ball into a situation where you can just literally, right, pass the ball to somebody that's wide open. 2, we're not moving into the eyesight of the basketball where people can make easy passes. We're hiding behind defenders, hoping and praying that their defender is going to crash down for them to throw the ball out instead of relocating. There was a time, a lot of times in the first half where Asia caught the ball and we just stood. Like there was no movement, there was no relocation, there was nothing. And those situations hurts us more. That's when we're not successful. Player movement has to be better. If there's anything that you could take away from the offensive side of basketball for the Aces, it just came down to flat out there was no player movement. Once we threw the ball to somebody, we were just stuck. We never relocated to a different spot. We never tried to relocate. We never tried to make any cuts to the rim.
Spent a lot of time watching Asia.
So, but also with Asia though, even times where there's situations she should pass the ball, she has to make that pass. I get it. You like, hey, we gonna go down. We gonna go down. I'm just gonna shoot this bitch. But sometimes, man, you gotta make that pass because you gonna need your teammate later in the game to make that shot. And because they've been so used and prone to you shooting and not passing to that wide open person, that can kill you in the end. So you still gotta build that trust, and you rather pass it to them early to understand that later on we ain't gotta count on this person versus not passing it to them and then we gotta count on this person.
We're gonna see how they show up. We're gonna see how you show up. Like I said, a lot of this, I don't know. It's gonna have to come down to what Asia do. One thing no one can say about y'all, you critique your own team. Or college too. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Call them
Yeah,
out. Get to work.
yeah, all
Better
right.
earn your money.
Yeah.
Better earn your money. Better earn your money. Right, what else you got going on today?
Oh, man, I ain't even got started on my day, man. I'm playing catch up from the weekend, so I got a lot of work to do.
All right. I mean, y'all be on the lookout for notifications. No hoops till tomorrow. I'm back in about 20 minutes with the sound off. I'm not sure about now joining the conversation. Then we got the CC show later. But looking forward to the game tomorrow. Any hot takes for the game tomorrow?
1, 2, 3 Cancun fever.
Wow. 1, 2, 3 Cancun fever. I mean, that was the expectation yesterday. So
Listen, I'm gonna ride and die. So you gotta show me you can knock out
I'm
the
here
champs.
for
it. I'm gonna ride and die. You gotta show me you can knock out the
Oh
champs.
no, I'm here for it. Do Lynx run back for a third time?
Hell no. Nah. That shit done for.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3 Cancun. That's a staple over here.
Man, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, man. We'll see you later, man. Nice knowing you. Shake my hand. Shit, that what exactly what's gonna be.
All right, y'all. Hey, we appreciate y'all pulling up and getting the week started with us on Hot Takes Monday. If you did not hit the like on the way in, hit the like and the share. The like and the share, they both right there. Hit them on the way out. Don't forget to come back and hype this video. Until next time, y'all know what it is. That's RobDaManMedia. Just shake my hand. Cess Talk Sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.